Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, colourful cartoon animals, and everyone else, welcome to Magic the Questioning, the card game quiz that asks the question, how many sets? Well, that's a lot of sets. Let's meet our contestants, how are you guys doing? If you could visit any destination in the world, where would you choose? I don't know, can I think about it? Sure thing. Okay, let's look at this week's categories. Cards on the Table is our first round where the questions are worth 1 point each. Bolt to the Blank is our second round with questions worth 2 points each. I Spy is our third round where the questions are worth 3 points each. Ready Set Quiz is our fourth round where the questions are worth 4 points each. And Art Attack is our final category with a single question that doubles your score. At the end of the game, tally up your points and measure them against the point score chart so you can see how you rank and compare it with your friends and everyone else playing along at home and in the comments section. Will you come last but seeking? Maybe you're a contestant of perfection. Let's find out. So if you are playing along at home, get ready to write down your answers and let us know how you do in the comments below. And if you answered the question from the thumbnail correctly, you get to start the game with a bonus 4 points. That's 4 points right now if you knew that the plane being depicted on Monstrous Emergence is Duskmorn. Clues include the weird glowing tech she has, the weird mesh of interior and exterior terrain in the background, and obviously the fantastically designed Gribbly Man busting in from the ceiling. Now for the rest of the quiz. Here we go, round 1, Cards on the Table, our general card knowledge round. Question 1. Volcanic Island is a jewel land that generates which 2 colours of mana? Volcanic Island is a jewel land that generates which 2 colours of mana? Question 2. Overgrown Tomb is a jewel land that generates which 2 colours of mana? Overgrown Tomb is a jewel land that generates which 2 colours of mana? Question 3. Sacred Peaks is a jewel land that generates which 2 colours of mana? Sacred Peaks is a jewel land that generates which 2 colours of mana? Question 4. Watery Grave is a jewel land that generates which 2 colours of mana? Watery Grave is a jewel land that generates which 2 colours of mana? That's the final question this round. You have until the music stops to submit your answers, and once that's over, we'll find out if you were right. Start the music. Okay, time's up, let's get some answers. And remember 1 point this round for each question you answer correctly. Question 1. Volcanic Island is a jewel land that generates which 2 colours of mana? Blue and red. Blue from the island, red from the volcano. Volcanic Island generates mana that is blue and red. Question 2. Overgrown Tomb is a jewel land that generates which 2 colours of mana? Black and green. Black from the tomb, green from being overgrown, so Overgrown Tomb generates mana that is black and green. Question 3. Sacred Peaks is a jewel land that generates which 2 colours of mana? Red and white. White from being sacred, red from being the mountain's peak, so Sacred Peaks generates mana that is red and white. Question 4. Watery Grave is a jewel land that generates which 2 colours of mana? Blue and black. Blue from the water, black from the grave, so Watery Grave generates mana that is blue and black. Let's talk to our contestants. How did you guys do? Do you have an answer yet? Alright, I guess I've always wanted to visit Japan. Oh, come on, Stores.
I hear people go to see the cherry blossoms.
Yeah, and they've got the bullet train and a fascinating history. Studio Ghibli.
I'd want to try one of those hot springs.
There's a park where you can hand feed deer, and some cafes have like raw egg dispensers. It's just a completely different culture. I'd love to experience it. On to our second category, Bolt the Blank, on commonly used magic expressions and slang. Question 1. Some cards are said to have an ETB. What do these letters stand for? Some cards are said to have an ETB. What do these letters stand for? Question 2. If casting a larger than expected spell is called going big, then creating a lot of creature tokens is called what? If casting a larger than expected spell is called going big, then creating a lot of creature tokens is called what? Question 3. What nickname is often associated with a colour combination of red and white? What nickname is often associated with the colour combination of red and white? Question 4. A low-cost spell with the rules text draw a card is commonly called a what? A low-cost spell with the rules text draw a card is commonly called a what? You've got to the music stops to get your answers down, and then we'll see the results. Time's up, let's get some answers, and this time they're worth 2 points. Question 1. Some cards are said to have an ETB. What do these letters stand for? Enters the battlefield. Originally, cards with this trigger had the wording comes into play, which have now been shortened to just enters, but ETB is still commonly used in reference to enters the battlefield. Question 2. If casting a larger than expected spell is called going big, then creating a lot of creature tokens is called what? Going wide. A creature-based strategy that often relies on token generation to overwhelm your opponent is generally known as going wide. Question 3. What nickname is often associated with a colour combination of red and white? Boros, or pronounced Boros if you prefer, but red and white is nicknamed for the Ravnican guild of Boros. Question 4. A low-cost spell with the rules text draw a card is commonly called a what? Cantrip. I believe this is a reference to Dungeons & Dragons spells that can be cast over and over without using a spell slot. But in Magic, low-cost spells that replace themselves with another card when cast are often called cantrips. How do you guys feel that you're doing? What about you, Purple?
I'd like to visit Easter Island.
The giant heads, yeah.
The giant heads, yeah.
Yeah, giant heads, yeah.
It's like who put those there?
I don't know. Round 3, and the category is I Spy, in which I test your memory of the minutiae of card art. Question 1. Felidar Retreat. I spy with my little eye something beginning with R. Felidar Retreat. I spy with my little eye something beginning with R. Question 2. Whip of Erebos. I spy with my little eye something beginning with S. Whip of Erebos. I spy with my little eye something beginning with S. Question 3. Ristic Study. I spy with my little eye something beginning with L. Ristic Study. I spy with my little eye something beginning with L. Question 4. All That Glitters. I spy with my little eye something beginning with W. All That Glitters. I spy with my little eye something beginning with W. That's the last question this round, so get ready to finish writing before we find out the answers. And that's time. Every correct answer is worth 3 points, so let's find out how you did after these messages. Please support me on Patreon. Patreon. This is my advert for Patreon. Please. Welcome back to Magic the Questioning, where we're about to find out the answers to round 3, where every correct answer is worth 3 points. Here we go. Question 1. Felidar Retreat. I spy with my little eye something beginning with R. Ribcage, although obviously the most eye-catching element of this card is the adorable Felidar with the glowing either horns or butterfly on his head. I can't quite make that out, but regardless, the answer we were looking for was Ribcage. Question 2. Whip of Erebos. I spy with my little eye something beginning with S. Skull. It's easy to miss on the handle there, but the Whip of Erebos features a skull. Question 3. Ristic Study. I spy with my little eye something beginning with L. Lock. Very easy to overlook this one, but you'll see the book being studied has a lock. Question 4. All That Glitters. I spy with my little eye something beginning with W. Wings. Easy if you know this one because the card depicts a greedy fairy and her wings. How many did you guys get right this round?
She says she'd like to visit the bedroom of the honey monster, if you know what I mean.
I don't know what she means. You realise he's not real, right? He's just a mascot for Sugar Puffs.
Then take me to where they store the costume. I want to get all up in that yellow mess.
What? Ugh. Round 4 is Ready Set Quiz, all about the latest set, Magic the Gathering Avatar The Last Airbender. Question 1. How many syllables in each line of rules text on the card Soka's Haiku? How many syllables in each line of rules text on the card Soka's Haiku? Question 2. The lesson card Energy Bending depicts the exact same scene as which Avatar Eternal card? The lesson card Energy Bending depicts the exact same scene as which Avatar Eternal card? Question 3. What is the toughness of the legendary artifact creature the Walls of Ba Sing Se? What is the toughness of the legendary artifact creature the Walls of Ba Sing Se? Question 4. The promo card Day of Black Sun depicts the exact same scene as which Avatar Eternal card? The promo card Day of Black Sun depicts the exact same scene as which Avatar Eternal card? Okay, time's about to start again, so I hope you have all your answers because this is the last point scoring round. Here we go. Time's up, and remember, for this round, correct answers are worth 4 points. Here we go. Question 1. How many syllables in each line of rules text on the card Soka's haiku? 5, 7, and 5. Traditionally, our haiku would be about nature and reference the weather or seasons, so I'm not actually sure if this counts, but the rules text does have the correct number of syllables to be a haiku in 5, 7, and 5. Question 2. The lesson card Energy Bending depicts the exact same scene as which Avatar Eternal card? Force of Negation, and I realise with secret layers and collector boosters, the days of being able to know what a card is based only on the art are long behind us, but I didn't think we'd reach the point of different cards depicting the same thing until I saw Energy Bending and Force of Negation. Question 3. What is the toughness of the legendary artifact creature the Walls of Ba Sing Se? 30. Do you guys remember when we thought Emrakul was big? Well, the Walls of Ba Sing Se double her with a toughness of 30. Question 4. The promo card, Day of Black Sun, depicts the exact same scene as which Avatar Eternal card? Black Sun Zenith, and I feel these two cards really highlight the difference in quality between the art created for Magic cards and the low-res screenshots from the show used on the Eternal cards like the blurry Black Sun Zenith. Are you guys excited for the bonus round where you can double your points?
Where would you go, Blue?
Oh, easy. For me, it's got to be Stoke-on-Trent. Why am I not more surprised by that answer? Round 5 is Art Attack, where we slowly reveal a picture to you, and if you can name what card uses that picture as its art before the music stops, then you double your points and you double your score. So to be clear, see some artwork and name that card for double points. I hope you're ready, because here we go. And that's time. Did you get it right? Well, if you said this was the art for the card Shriekmore, originally printed in Lorwyn and demonstrating how weird that plane's elementals can look, then you'll have just doubled your score. So now the question is, how did you do? Count up your score and let us know in the comments below. Well guys, how do you think you did? Pretty good.
Was there a reason you asked where we'd visit?
Just making conversation. Right. And that's the end of the show. Join us again next time for another episode of Magic: The Questioning. Thanks to everyone who supports the show, like 27 Publications, Eggboy the Particle that permeates all existence, Blank Space, Wanpako Jozu, Miss Murder, a random Patreon, Ominous Jazz, and the rest of my patrons whose names are on screen now. I'd also like to give an extra special thank you to Brett Canny for providing the music for the show. Don't forget to like and subscribe and set your notification bell to all so you can be updated when our next episode airs. And until then, from all of us here in the studio, we wish you happy quizzing, and we will see you next time. Freeze frame.